Good morning, everyone. So, today I have a much better voice than I've had for the past few days, so that's really encouraging. And I'm looking at stuff. I don't see a lot of new updates on Meghan and Harry, but I possibly could be missing the big stories. That's completely possible. But I what did I say here? I saw this article about how her wardrobe has changed since leaving the royal family. I think I would agree with that her wardrobe definitely has changed. So they're saying while she was a member of the royal family, she wore a lot of neutrals. And it says here that she was trying not to outshine other members of the royal family. And so she couldn't wear too much color and draw too much attention to herself. So she says here, most of the time that I was in the UK, I rarely wore color, she explained. Her wardrobe at the time largely consisted of designs by Amelia Wickstead, neutral coats, toned down silhouettes, and modest jewelry. All was by design. It was all by design. It says here, to my understanding, you can't ever wear the same color as Her Majesty if there's a group event, but then you also shouldn't be wearing the same color as one of the other more senior members of the family, Meghan said in the docuseries. So I wore a lot of muted tones, she continued, but it also was so I could just blend in. Like, I'm not trying to stand out here, so there's no version of me joining this family and trying not to do everything I could to fit in. I don't want to embarrass the family. So it was clear that she was kept out of the loop when it came to royal event dress. Okay. So what do you guys think? I mean, there definitely is a difference in how she dressed while she was at the palace. I mean, certainly she's not wearing those hats anymore, right? Because she does wear hats. She does wear hats. I mean, she's always worn hats in the summertime and things like that. But she's definitely got a different style now. Her wardrobe exploded in color. She was like, I'm done being all neutral. I want color in my life. And so I remember this was one of her last events before officially leaving the royal family. And so there was that. But I would say that since she has been in California, she does wear a lot of neutrals still, in fact, but she also wears, I think clothes that are more trendy for one thing. She gives more wings to certain trends than she did in the palace. And she definitely takes more risks. I mean, like this dress here, I don't know if she would have worn this when she was in the royal family. Maybe, but I don't know. So there was that. And but yeah, here she is in white. This is after the royal family, so she still wears a lot of neutrals, but she does wear colors as well that pop, colors that pop like reds and a lot of white. You see, she's still kind of neutral. Kind of neutral. Even in Nigeria, she wore some white, but she wore red. She likes whites, reds, blues, primary colors. And yeah, so what do you think about her wardrobe since she has left the royal family? In your opinion, is it better? Is it just different? Is it more interesting? Is it more neutral? Is it less neutral? What is your opinion about Meghan's wardrobe since she left the royal family? Hmm. Her perfect life in Toronto before she met Harry. She does look like she had quite a life, you know. It was almost like It wasn't aristocratic, but it was aristocratic until you got the real aristocratic, and then you realize, oh my God, maybe that was just one step too much, like, just stay where I am, and take Harry, but don't go. You know what I think? I think that um in hindsight, which is always 2020, you meet a guy like Harry and you're a woman like Meghan. I mean, you just stay out of it completely. You never move to the UK in the first place. I mean, you get married in a very small, intimate ceremony. Maybe you go to Vegas. But that would have been a little bit whatever. So you get married in Santa Barbara, Napa, whatever. Very small. His father and his brother would come. He just wants a very small wedding. They pay for it themselves, and they live in California from the start. How I wish this would have been so much better part. They would have hated her anyway, but they would have had to work harder to find the reasons, because yeah, it just would have been different, Harry could have still written Spare, but maybe certain chapters wouldn't have even been necessary to write because the history just would have been different, But anyway, this is about her wardrobe since she left the royal family. And yeah, I think that, she's still Meghan, but just maybe a little bit more edgy. What do you think about her wardrobe since she left the royal family? Sound off in the comments. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.